Grand afternoon again, TikTokers. So I've been feeling led to come on here and give them a lot of messages today. I've been downloading a lot of channel messages today. Okay, I've been receiving a lot of downloads, and so one of the messages that I feel led to come on here and talk about now is spiritual inheritance. Okay, a lot of us in the divine collective since birth have been spiritually violated. Okay, of our divine given rights and our divine gifts from those over us who saw who we were before we knew who we were, and they began to siphon our energy, okay? Whether it was your parents, other family members, and friends, you have been manipulated your whole life into believing that you were nothing and that what you had was not yours, okay? You've been seeing others living in the abundance, which is truly your abundance and wealth that God has given to you. Now, with that said, I myself had a very disturbing dream last night, which really wasn't disturbing, but it was disturbing with the fact that I've been seeing many dreams for a long time of my inheritance being taken and stolen from me by family members. And in this dream that I had last night, I was seeing myself basically like I was confronting my family about them stealing my inheritance, living in what God said was for me, basically like having an extravagant life off the things that are supposed to be my blessings. And as I was continuously confronting them in this dream, saying, how could y'all do this? Like, why are y'all not giving me my stuff? Like, God said, this is for me. This is for me. God even had me cast judgment in that dream over a family member. This family member was looking sick. This family member's hair was falling out their head. And this family member looked like they only had 48 hours to live. And so God said within the next 48 hours, all of those in your life that has been playing on your top, that has been playing with your inheritance, your abundance, your blessings, harvesting your energy, and living in your truth as if it is theirs, their time has come to an end. And the next 2 days, you may start receiving phone calls, mail, letters, or even just emails about some money or some things that are coming to you that was taken from you based on family members and friends lying on you to take over these possessions that were supposed to be yours. Okay? In this dream, I was steady like trying to get them to give me my inheritance. And I'm not telling no lies. The magician card just came out. You are the master manifestor of your life, okay? Declare and decree that everything that is yours is returned back to you a thousandfold, okay? Because God is giving it back to us a thousandfold, blessed and abundantly, okay? So with that said, in this dream, they continuously kept trying to persuade me that I was just hallucinating, that I was crazy, but I consistently kept telling them, like, no, God told me that this is mine. God been showing me this is mine, and y'all know that God said this is mine, so give it back to me. And they kept trying to make me feel like I was a fool in this dream. And so, like, in this dream, my family had prepared a meal. Yeah, Seven of Swords is here. My family had prepared a meal with the Black Widow. The time of the Black Widow coming to an end. I ain't even playing. Y'all better listen. What? The hourglass on the bottom, baby. Time is running out. Okay? Time is running out for these energy harvesters that's been living off of your essence for years, living in your abundance. Those who have robbed you of the glory of God that God said was for you, ain't got no choice but to give it back to you. Because when God give it back to you, it's going to come back to you greater than what they took it from you, okay? I ain't telling y'all no lies. So yes, in this dream, my family consistently kept trying to tell me that I was tripping, I was hallucinating. They had even prepared this meal. I ain't telling no lies. The Knight of Pentacles just came out, okay? Oshun energy. Holding on to a short. God, you are awesome. Okay, so yes, as I was saying, in this dream, they had prepared a meal, and not once did they invite me or my child that was present in the dream to partake in this meal. But as soon as we went to another relative's house in the dream, which is very strange because I didn't even know who these relatives were in the dream. And the family member that introduced me to these relatives kept saying, oh, these are your grandparents. And mind you, it was two women. And I was just like, nah, something ain't right. Something ain't right. And so once we got to these other two women's house or whatnot, they had prepared a feast as well. And so the feast that my family had prepared with the feast of the grandparents combined together, that's when suddenly I was invited to feast, okay? I ate nothing. I had my own food in the dream that I had brought for myself that I was preparing to cook. Okay, now throughout this dream, the family member that originally had cooked the meal, and I'm not lying, I just split the deck and the devil was at the bottom with the 5 of Wands, okay? As I was getting ready to prepare this pizza that I had on my own in this dream, all of a sudden, the family member that didn't offer me the food from jumping to the other family members were present was like, oh, y'all can have some too. Now, mind you, all the food was disgusting and jacked up in a dream to the point to where me and my siblings in a dream. Now, mind you, I have not talked to my family in a long time. I had to separate myself because I know that they are the karmics in my life. In this dream, me and my siblings and my child that was in the dream, we all got in a car. Now, the car was navy blue. That is symbolic of spirituality, enlightenment, power, intuitiveness, and a lot of other things, okay? We got in this navy blue car and we started driving to go to the grocery store to go get some mayo and some sweet relish to make deviled eggs with the boiled eggs that was served at the feast. And the eggs was all runny and nasty and half boiled, right? So we get in the car, and as we're driving in this car, this gigantic tractor or whatnot comes out of nowhere, riding in the same lane that we were in, and we could not get by it. The tractor was literally like the same length of the lane that we was in. There was so many cars attached to it. So as I tried to go around this tractor, there ended up being like a bend on the road, and so I ended up having to like swerve and do a quick U-turn. And when I swerved and did this quick U-turn, it was like the whole car that we was in just dissipated. And so the next thing I know, this big old tractor that was like one of those hydro tractors that come from the air that lifts down to pick up stuff, all of a sudden started coming over us to try to dissipate the tractor that was on the road. And they had like these sharp blades that started coming down in and out. And me and my siblings and my baby in the dream had to hurry up and run out the way. And as we was hurrying up and running out the way, we had to quickly manifest a new car. And as we manifested a new car, like we literally built a car while we was running. So like we basically said, oh, we need another car, this and that. And the car just like came, it shifted around us, like it formed around us like a transformer. And the car ended up being a red vehicle. By the time that we was in this new car, that's when we finally made it to the town that we was looking for to go to the grocery store to get this mayo and relish. By that point, I woke up out my dream, okay? I seen this random person standing in the field by like a Zaxby's or something in the dream, and all of a sudden they looked like they went from looking like a regular human to zombie form, okay? Again, a sign of sickness, of disease, okay? Now going back to the correlation of the family member in the dream, which they so happened to be my karmic mother that was looking sick. Her hair was falling out. She looked very sickly and prickly. And God kept having me tell her over and over in this dream, God says you only have 48 hours to live. You only have 48 hours to live because you've been stealing my inheritance and my abundance my whole life. And the whole time, like, they had this big mansion that they were living in. This mansion was huge, you guys. And so I'm here to share this message with the Divine Collective because many of us are about to start back receiving and coming back into balance and harmony with what is ours. The Two of Pentacle card is here, okay? We're about to come back into what is ours. God is moving all these obstacles of stagnation, of witchcraft, of bondage, of dark magic, of hoodoo, voodoo, whatever out of our lives, okay? Four of Pentacles is here, and the King of Wands is here, okay? God is starting to shift out these ill figures out of your life, okay? And God is starting to return back to you with a mighty force what is yours, what belongs to you. Keep holding the vision and having the faith. The Fool card is here. Trust in where you are led. Trust the divine time and trust that everything is working out for you. Again, with the energy of the Gore Ivy card, I was just telling y'all about the spider energy. I'm not telling no lies. The Justice cards just came out. Okay, we are now receiving our abundance in this season. We are getting our divine justice in this season. Yeah, I know it took a long time. Yeah, I know it felt like everybody was just saying the same thing and it wasn't happening. But guess what, baby? Your time is now. Your time is here. We got the Knight of Cups here. We got the Page of Swords here. And we got the Queen of Wands here, okay? Work diligently with God in this season because this is the year of 8. This is the year of Empress energy. The Lover's card is here. Fall in love with yourself and make love to God. Yes, the Empress card is here, okay? Okay? Y'all, listen to me. This is our season. Our abundance is here. Everything that was stolen from us is coming back to us, and God is giving it to us in a mighty force, just like he did Job in the Bible, okay? He took everything from Job, and Job was a faithful servant to God. He had so much abundance and prosperity, and God allowed the enemy to test Job just so he could still show everybody how Job was still loved and chosen by him. Because when he gave Job everything back after giving him plagues and all these different things to test his faith, and he still never let his faith break in God, God gave him everything back. Double, triple, quadruple more than what he took from him. Okay? So allow yourself to accept that everything that was taken from you is coming back to you. And it's coming back to you in a mighty portion. Know that the Most High is returning back what is yours, but making sure that it's untainted with the negative entities and spirits that's been having hold of it all these years or all this time. Know that the time of the corrupt is coming to an end. Again, with the hourglass of the Black Widow. Time is up. for these harvesters.